Bible tells a story in Luke chapter 12, a parable about a man who had a field and was a very wealthy farmer. And as he went out to his harvest, that his harvest was very great. So picking up here in verse 16, it says, "Then he, Jesus, spoke a parable to them, saying, The ground of a certain rich man yielded plentifully. And he thought within himself, saying, What shall I do, since I have no room to store my crops?" And so when the man saw the multitude of crops that he had, more than he needed, more than he could even probably want, he began to think to himself, what am I going to do with all this? And that was the very first problem that he had. The Bible says that he thought within himself. He looked to himself for the answer to really a blessing that he could give to many others. Instead of looking to himself, he should have asked God, God, what would you have me to do with this portion of my life? What would you have me to do with all these crops that you have given to me? Well, the Bible says, it goes on in verse 18, and it says, "So he said, I will do this. I will pull down my barns and build greater, and there I will store all my crops and my goods. And I will say to my soul, Soul, you have many goods laid up for many years. Take your ease, eat, drink, and be merry." And so the bottom line is that this man had all this abundance that God had given to him. And he actually decided to be selfish with it all. In fact, he had to tear down his barns to build greater barns. And so therefore he actually had to spend money to be selfish. And I think about that, and in the time and age in which we live as Seventh-day Adventists, God has given us a rich truth. He has given us abundant blessings, financially, physically, spiritually, in every capacity. And the question I want to ask you today is, what are you doing with those blessings? What are you doing with all that God has given you? Have you given all to the Master? Have you dedicated everything that you own, your business, your schooling, your job, whatever it is that you do in life, have you dedicated it all to Him? Have you said, Lord, what would you have me to do with all these things? Rather than looking to yourself and saying, I'm going to spend it on my pleasures, on my comforts in this life. God is calling us all to be faithful to Him. Why? Because Jesus gave all for us. He poured out His life on Calvary's cross, and He's asking us to give our lives as living sacrifices, to take up our crosses and follow Him in every single area of our life. Because of all that Jesus has done for you, would you also be willing to do the same for Him today? Let's live every day in every way for His glory and His glory alone.